gentlemen, Paulina Homiak here, and today I'll be comparing wives in the 1950s to today. Back in the 1950s, housewives always made sure that there were absolutely no clutter around when their husband arrived home from work.
I have to make sure the house is ready for when he comes home. After all, impressing him is what I live for.
Now these days, housewives don't really make sure the house is that clean.
You know what? I am way too tired to clean. After all, why would I want to impress him? The house is in good enough condition. Besides, that's what closets are for.
Back in the 1950s, a wife's goal was to make their husbands feel at home after a hard day of work. They would get dressed up in their prettiest dress, cook a delicious dinner, and when their husbands got home, they would treat him with smile instead of complaint.
15 minutes till he comes home. I don't have enough time. It's ready. Oh, that must be Howard.
Wives would also have to listen to what their husbands have to say.
I had the most stressful day at work.
Why don't you tell me about it?
I read a student's paper and he spelled the word because wrong.
Because?
Exactly, the boy left the letter E out of the word because.
Well, that's a real shame. It must be really hard being you.
It is. I work 8-hour days with kids always interrupting me and fooling around in class.
Well, don't worry. I have a nice warm roast beef in the oven.
Thank
and
you.
I also made a nice cherry pie because I know it's your favorite.
Thank you very much.
As you can see, wives were always respectful to their husbands back then. Now today, not so much. Of course, wives still do love their husbands. They just don't treat him like the king of the house.
Oh great, now what? Oh gee, it's about time. Where have you been?
Conference meeting. Is dinner ready?
No, what do you expect me to cook you? Dinner? Am I your maid or something?
Look, Jenny, I just had a really stressful day and I'm starving.
Here, take your dinner.
But I worked too hard for this.
Too bad.
Back in the 1950s, wives would offer their husbands to take off their shoes and talk to them so they can comfort them after a very hard day of
Honey,
work.
let me take off your shoes. After all, you've been working all day.
Now in 2012, women don't really follow that rule.
Jen, dear, can you be a dear and take off my shoes?
Oh no. You expect me to take off your shoes? You're a grown man. You can do it yourself. Exactly.
Back then, wives would always listen to what their husbands had to say without complaining about their day.
So annoying how they raise the prices. You know that man that works at a grocery store? He tried charging me an extra 10 cents. An extra 10 cents for nothing.
Oh, that is not fair. He can't go around charging people an extra 10 cents. If I was there, I would have been backing you up all the way.
Now these days, women rather complain than listen.
It's so boring.
Honey, my day was
Like I care about your day. Mine was 10 times worse. You know what? I'm done with your attitude. I'm out of here.
Honestly, a good housewife always knows her place around the house.
When it comes to knowing my place, I automatically know it's at home, cooking, cleaning, and making sure I impress my husband.
Honestly, I don't know my place. In fact, where am I right now?
There you have it, folks. See how different the 1950s were compared to today? Today, in the year 2012, women have more freedom to speak up and share their own opinion.
Casserole is ready.
Who are you?
What are you doing in my house?
This is my house.
This is my house, ma'am. And why are you dressed funny?
This is my house.
This is my house.
Oh, so that's where I am. I'm sorry. But what's for dinner? I'm starving.
I made a casserole for my family.
Can I join you?
Are you part of my family?
Technically, no. I just been here the whole day thinking this was my house.
Well, if my husband finds you here, he's got to be mad.
Did I have a casserole?
No.
Fine. But can I give you advice?
What?
There's a monster in that room over there. Just don't go in it.
Okay.
Okay?
What monster she's talking about? Holy cow!
Oh, thank goodness. Please help me. My wife tied me here and I can't get out. Please untie me. Please, I want to be free. I want to run. Please. Please. A good housewife always knows her.
grocery shop.
So as you can see, back in the
I'm sorry. You think that was her?
He spelled the word because wrong.
Because?
Exactly. The boy left the letter E out of the word because.
Well, that is a real shame. It must be really hard being you.
It is. I work 8-hour days with kids always interrupting and fooling around in class.
Don't worry, I have a nice warm meatloaf.
Meatloaf! Oh, stressful day at work.
Why don't you tell me about it?
Hey!
Sure, the house is.
Oh my god!
Thank you.